there's also hope for Happy to still make it into the round of 8 as we go into the lower bracket final. We have the Undead Mirror once again. Rematch of winner bracket semi-final. The first game today is also our last game today as Russia faces China for the 8th spot in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 1-0 earlier. He finally got the victory, and in a pretty damn strong fashion. How strong he looked there, I thought he was gonna annihilate Chimiko. But that didn't happen, did it? Chimiko makes it through here in first place in a group with 1-0 and Happy. That surprised me quite a bit. Remind, didn't have the best day today. Out in 4th. Who's gonna be out in 3rd? And who's gonna be getting through in 2nd? The two undead gods. We'll be deciding that between each other. So far, race distribution is looking pretty good. We have 2 Night Elves, 2 humans, 3 orcs, and 1 undead. Which one's it gonna be?
Not only would 1-0 carry the Scourge again, also China. TH eliminated, Fortitude eliminated, Infi struggling. Only 2 players from the motherland of Warcraft so far. Tetfin build order for the Chinese in the bottom left in the blue. Happy, of course, no surprise, same build. So, Twisted. What was Twisted in the previous encounters between them?
Today, I can talk about today. Today was hyper-aggressive play, very little creeping, and then the 1-0 favorite, the Naga second, which was looking really good in the late game when the levels were being accrued, and Happy kind of, I almost want to say, didn't stand much chance in that whole game. It seemed like 1-0 was in full control. Rare to say. On AZ, Happy was looking really good in the early, but then 1-0 took it later on. But yeah, Happy will have come up, I imagine, with some kind of answer. Could be the Naga second himself. He showed that in a previous series between the two. Not yet today.
I think all the series except the one today were super close. 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. Today was an exception. And Happy, willing to creep apparently, but 1-0 disrupts this. Maybe the crucial moment of game 1. Want to point that out once more. Happy's base was in the upper right. At the beginning of tier 2, 1-0, as you said, went for the Naga and contained him here between the shop and the other orange spots. So Happy had no chance to go for the tavern himself. That was the key moment. Can something like this happen again?
1-0 looking for a bit of Acolyte harass. Skeleton now becomes ready. So more, or Course becomes ready. Oh, 1-0 looking to surround these Acolytes like Happy did to him in a series not too long ago. But Happy reacts quickly, defending with only the ghouls for the time being, and his Death Knight is the one to grab the first bit of experience at the green camp. Will come back, though Happy is not feeling so bold as to let the ghouls do everything by themselves. 1-0 could be getting surrounded here if he's not careful. This Nerub Tower does pose a threat. Oh, but look at the... Wait. 1-0 just surrounded an Acolyte, but it was a little switcheroo, whoopity-boo, and suddenly he was out again. Didn't understand how that happened.
Glitches out a little. Happy still full mana. Can go for 4 coils. Needs one soon. Oh, he's chasing the DK. Leaves the Acolytes alone. Trusting in his micro capacity.
He can afford to lose one as well, since there's still the Scouting Acolyte alive.
Yeah.
But not a single one dies. Good juggling here by Happy. A bit more experience for him from the skeletons. Lost mining time, however. How much is it? 100? Not too bad. He will trade that for his experience lead.
Definitely. Especially the game on Amazonia. This was the one where he got that experience lead in the very beginning, but 1-0 caught up, and he shall not allow this to happen again. Purge on the DK, so the... Oh, one skeleton gets purged here. There's only one remaining. And 1-0 comes in for the arrest.
Happy gets the last hit. That's level 2, I think. Yeah. There's no way 1-0 can trade right now. Best thing you can hope for is a coil steal. Or a big advantage, obviously. 1-0 is the first one with 2 coils, though. That was a bit of a weird movement. Don't know what the intention there was. Oh, yeah, Happy was supply stuck for a long time because he couldn't make the ziggurat because of the skeletons in the main. Ah, that's actually pretty cool.
Sweet, indeed. Not only the mining time, but also this. And while we have this little skirmish, thank you, Blubberband, for gifting a bunch of subs. 1 to Niels, who definitely deserves it, and 6 more! Blubberband, you wonderful, wonderful bearded person. Thank you very much. Naga second again by 1 to 0. And Happy, can he reach this time? Does he want to reach? The Acolyte is moving to the tavern.
Yeah, he's going for the Naga as well. And Happy is the only one with aura here. He's got the faster Naga. He's got the faster everything. Coil committed by 1 to 0 to get the last hit, but still no level 2 for him.
He turns around again, catching one unnecessary hit. So far, no big losses.
Kills the Acolyte first. What?
For corpse. Oh, there's another one.
It's kind of weird. DK for Happy, low HP already. Earlier on in Series 1, we saw that already. And that forced TP did prove problematic for Happy. I feel like this might be the meta between these two here. Naga second.
Yeah, right? No one else really plays it. We've seen this from Happy against Night Elf sometimes.
Yeah. But it makes sense. It's just such a strong presence early on tier 2. One that you can't really compete with unless you go for Naga yourself. Can have a weakness in the late game as you can't coil her. But if she's got an invul, she's kind of safe.
And Happy keeps her even safer with the rune bracers he finds.
Oh, that's nice.
No coil nova damage on her. Usually that item not that great in an undead mirror, as pretty much only coil is a nuke, but on a Naga, really sweet. Claws for the Naga of 1 to 0. Hurt DK for the Chinese. Gotta be careful about that. Attack pretty much at the same time. And more creeping. Gearing up for the late.
So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be... Don't lose the fiend to creeps. Alright. 1 to 0, what did he find? Roll the Magi. This Naga once again looking to be very stacked.
So many fork lightnings in the game prior. Thank you, Waggle, for the 713 sub.
Yeah, and if I was able to choose between defensive items and offensive ones, I think I would go for offensive ones in the Naga. As mentioned earlier, with good control and invuls, you can try to keep the Naga safe pretty well.
Happy at the mercenary camp. Big consumable for him. 1 to 0 more for the permanent items so far. Crystal Ball it is against Happy's magnificent Burrow Micro. Maybe not the worst. Used at the right timing. He missed the scout, right?
I scouted gold mine, top right. Happy was not there. 1 of mana steal.
Okay.
Not too bad.
In a DK
Prevent the
mana
coil
exchange. Yes, that's pretty good. Why is there vision on the rock golem in the upper left, by the way? Completely... Like, it doesn't matter for this game, but...
Because the ghouls open up the trees.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Early expansion by 1 to 0, really early. 45 supply.
So that's kind of an almost Infi-esque early mirror expansion. It's so far away from Happy. This might actually work.
I like this play by 1 to 0. It's kind of a tactical expansion. Yeah, if Happy runs across the map, he can easily cancel that. But that's a lot of time spent not creeping. Where in the meantime, 1 to 0 can just move from camp to camp, get more items and more levels.
And the items in general, definitely better for 1 to 0. Robe of the Magi is greater than Rune Bracers. Ring of Region is not as good as the other ones. And the big mana. That's the big difference here. Lich is out with an orb. Red spot for the Chinese. Staff of Silence!
Oh my god. Now he's got Naga and Silence.
Yes, it's the dream. Half a Dark Ranger.
So good.
Happy
Really good. But he
not
doesn't have an invul yet. That's pretty scary, honestly.
Happy.
Oh, Happy this time.
Darkness.
Did
The worst.
Did Happy get Destroyer for him?
Not sure.
He didn't morph one yet. Happy doesn't know about the expansion, and it's certainly too late to cancel now. This one's gonna finish. Skeleton?
He's going destroyer form now. Sorry.
A player's forces are under attack.
Skeleton from the thingamajig. The orb will be scouting this now. Oh, 1-0 gets the invul. Crucial invul steal.
Everything is going 1-0's way, I feel. Expo, nice. Earlier upgrades, nice. Items, nice.
And the Lich once again has a level advantage over here. Only level 1 on that hero for Happy. Super squishy.
And they're destined to meet now.
Alphalas boots. Another item drop that's not so good.
Yeah, they're dead weight in the inventory. And not level 2. Okay, here we have the clash.
Destroyer form is ready now for Happy. Now it's time to morph.
Oh, silence, nice, goes for the Lich. Happy did not expect this and loses the Lich right away. TP out.
It's a level 1 Lich. Die super easy. Invul steal, Staff of Silence, find. A lot of things going right. And Happy, what does he do now? He's got the expansion, but can he really kill it? I don't think so.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's weird. So, what now? More creeping. Sobi mask. That was a game changer on AZ before. With many, many, many more coils for 1-0 to use.
And now level 4 Naga. Lich almost level 3. He's gonna get level 3.
This damage. Narrow tower coming. Okay, this Expo, he can kill the Acolytes. Happy has a TP. Town portal in right away. So how much damage can he really do? One Acolyte down. TP out immediately. Is there a target somewhere? This Fiend survives. Happy moves out to counter this second gold mine.
Happy was hoping that 1-0 wouldn't rebuy the TP as he just used it a moment earlier to do more damage there, but 1-0 safely did go for the TP.
Level 3.
Level 3 versus level 1 Lich right now. Disaster.
Granted, it's close to level 2, but this one level makes all the difference in the world. And Happy takes this fight again.
Very bad position.
Or the Fog Lightning has to use the heal scroll immediately, but the first destroyer falls on 1-0 side. DK in trouble. No TP, no item at all.
But plenty of units dying by 1-0. Is he losing the lead in this game? Perhaps he is. Down to only 4 Fiends now himself. Happy still with 6. But the DK, when he goes forward, he's in trouble again. Destroyers all fall to this mass damage output on both sides. And 1-0 is fighting his way back, equalizing the Fiend numbers almost.
These
More of
Fog
attrition here,
Lightnings.
kind of. But
Fog
1-0 has way more mana.
These Fog Lightnings are... They hurt so much. But that was time for Happy's expansion. Of course, the income for 1-0 at the moment. A lot better. No Banshee transition despite the heavy magic damage.
I'm really surprised Happy is keeping this Orb of Darkness.
Yeah.
I mean, he has triple orb. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Can attack air. It's a lot of hero damage against destroyers.
Happy's level 3 Lich, though. And this camp is not enough. Oh, sending the Naga away. Okay. Might be enough now. Should
Rope,
be, I guess.
nice.
Rope is good. But 1-0 is exploding into supply. I guess not yet quite, but he can produce tons and tons of units. 1-0 could transition pretty easily now into Banshees if he wants to, but
Yes.
just doesn't seem to like that style in Undead Mirror anymore.
Mass destroyers it is. And he still has the big mana, by the way. Let's not forget about this game-deciding item. 4-4-3 for Happy. 4-4-3 as well. No big level ups ahead. Heal scroll, invul, TP. Lot of gold goes into items. Happy, no TP.
Yeah, and no invul. Happy's playing this on the razor's edge. But I guess he has to cut some corners with his expansion being so much later. Happy's expecting a push towards the Expo, as we can see from his positioning. Nice spread, by the way. I'm not even sure if 1-0 has seen this base yet, to be honest.
He must know by now, I think, because there's no Happy presence on the map. Lich becomes quite a tank with a double parry up.
Yeah.
63 supply upgrades. 1-0 for the Russian. 2-1 for 120.
About to be 3-1.
Wow, that's so expensive.
Ooh,
but
that's a 3
so
upgrade
strong.
lead.
Last breath,
Better
Inc. Thank
inventory.
you for the €5 donations. Nice that you're streaming this and casting this. Keep it up. We do. Thank you.
But Happy's just standing here waiting for the hammer fall.
I hope he's not disconnected, but he
Like
has 12
Gandalf.
gold, so no.
A player's
That's serious.
forces are under attack.
But the DK is not getting mana restored from the statue. That's not ideal.
Here comes a 70 supply push with double heal scroll, double invul, and in general, just a lot of everything.
Going for the outside here, looking for a bit of a flank to start things off. Fog Lightning Nova kills off that Fiend right away. Coil is too late. The Naga in a bit of trouble herself, but she makes it back to the safety of the backline without even having to use the invul. Now Happy's Fiend's totally exposed. That Coil also coming in too late. The damage output is insane of this army, especially for 120. He has a slight supply lead, not too much, but seems to be getting more and more kills. Again, the Coil misses. Perhaps that is the ping. That was really close. DK dropping low here for Happy. If that hero dies, that must be the game. He's trying to fall back to the safety of the expansion, I guess, but not much can he keep him safe in the back. 120 retreats, for a little bit at least.
Lich and the Nova, they must hit big, but where? The Naga is out of that fight for now, aiming for another Fork Lightning. Didn't really hit, was queuing it already. Lich in focus now zaps the Death Knight. But Happy's just losing more and more and more. Destroyer's Web, that was a nice nuke for once the call of 120 fails. Is there a follow-up? Double kill there. Trades it for 1. Naga level 5. This could be a double kill. Aims only for the Naga. But there is only one coil and none of the DK himself, of course, as he dies for the second time. Lich follows, and that's GG. Third game today that 120 takes off of Happy. And again, the better creeping and the better levels at the better time.
And a really smart expansion. Really smart. Even if this expo gets cancelled, it's still a good play because you can creep so much in the meantime. And that is what 120 said before. Happy has the micro, but I have the strategies. And in that game, it kind of seemed like he's exactly right.
For once, it remained true. I would disagree in most of the cases. Like, for me, 120 hasn't proven that he's the strategic mastermind between the two. But yeah, we've mentioned that Happy's builds are sometimes a little off. So yeah, maybe he has the edge there. And maybe with the higher ping on Netties, that is the 3 to 4 missed coils. That is what tips the scales.
Yeah, that is something we have to keep in mind. This is a big disadvantage for him with the ping. Which, well, does affect the micro quite a bit. But he has been able to overcome that disadvantage in the past. Seemingly, perhaps, not today. And this is Happy losing 3 maps in a row in Undead Mirror. This must be the first time since forever that happened.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. I can't recall. Or maybe a game against Lucifer 2 years ago. Oh, the next one is a nice one. Terrana Stand. This is where, like, this legendary replay from Netties.
I think it's the wrong map, though.
Why?
Yeah, they mixed up the map vetoes. LR should be our next one.
Okay, not Terrana Stand then.
Which is interesting because 120 seems to be doing the best on LR always. Another very good map for the Naga.
Yeah, that's true. So cool how this dynamic between them exists and that they have this Naga play only against each other. Do you think we will see this more later? Or
yes,
in
100%. I think we already see it.
120%?
So, oh, that was fast. Not wasting any time here.
Yeah. It's getting late in China. They all want to go to bed. But I guess the past couple of days were all a little later.
Yeah. 120 needs to feed the cat. We need to get on with the day. I need to feed the cat maybe as well. So.
Do you have frozen mice at home?
They do sell cat food, Neo, and it's not actually mice. It's like meat in a can.
It's so unnatural.
With a bit of blubber.
Okay, match points for 1-0. He could 4-0 happy today. That will most likely be once in a lifetime.
Man, what is happening this tournament? 1-0, TH out, Happy possibly out, Happy or 1-0. Chimiko first place in Group D, man.
Yes. So in over TH and Fortitude.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. It's a fresh start into the year 2020. One of the most important years for all of Warcraft.
We have standard builds once again. 1-0 is still not goofing around. He is all business. Not just today, but the last couple of days, if we exclude the Fire Lord ones.
I think this is the cast where we mentioned the Fire Lord the most without actually seeing one.
I mean, you know, he can use some mentions, as weak and as rare as he is to see.
Special shout out to my bro, the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. Imagine if we see Beastmaster on tier 2 now. How weird would that be?
That would make so absolutely no sense.
Yeah, that would be so bad. Would that be the worst hero from the tavern on tier 2?
I think so.
Panda might be worse. Panda is really bad.
But you can creep a little faster with the Beastmaster. What does Quillbeast really do? Also a bit of damage, but I mean the Hawk could get you vision to the very least.
Hawk first.
Dude, don't remind. We have seen an undead mirror with Beastmaster Hawk first, so don't remind me.
Oh, Happy has really bad RNG. He doesn't have any critters. Both critters are in creep camp range. Oh, that's really unlucky. That guy is still in creep camp range. Oh! I feel like that happens to me on ladder all the time, but I never see it in pro games. He walks back into the creeps!
Oh no!
Look at that!
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh!
Okay, for the uneducated viewers, can you just explain what has happened here and what is normal?
Alright, so normally there's two critters on the way towards the High Priest, and they have a bit of a random movement. They kind of walk in different directions, and normally they kind of stay in the same spot. But this is complete RNG, absolute RNG, what direction they move in. So if you have the bad luck that the critters keep on moving in one direction, then sometimes they walk into a creep camp. Not too bad, because there's two critters there. Normally that never happens to be the case with both critters. Unless you are really, really unlucky and both run into the creep camp. And that is what happened to Happy. And because of that, he's falling far behind in the experience game.
So he couldn't go for the High Priest. 1-0 already has level 2. Already has Wand of Illusion to scout, and seems like he knows exactly what's going on now. He is investing a lot of HP into this creep camp, and again, miles and miles ahead when it comes to experience.
And backpack again by 1-0. Backpack reinforcing with skeletons so he can keep on playing aggressively. Might be looking towards a base attack.
He did that on
Happy
Twisted.
normally never skips the narrow tower, so let's see how much that can do. Illusion Summon to eat the first couple of narrow shots, that's pretty nice. Quick ghoul reactions. These Acolyte kills would be a big deal as we are on the way to tier 2 here for Happy, who does not have an Acolyte, Scout Acolyte anymore. Did he even have a Scout Acolyte this game? I'm not sure.
Me neither.
Oh, there's a lot of lost mining time. Kind of.
So far, it's still okay-ish.
Oh, surrounding the Acolyte in the back. Nicely done. Coil, though, comes in.
No, the skeletons expire. And again, like, Happy is seriously unlucky. It's double ring. First the critter movement, then the double ring.
He's also had almost always the worst item drops today in the Undead Mirror. So, yeah, a bit of bad luck, certainly, is what Happy is plagued by here.
What is it, like, with the second null camp, less than 6 minutes into the game? This is something we never see.
Yeah, with the Naga, it makes sense. He has good map control now. Happy this time going back to the Lich, not with a Naga second himself. With a very safe camp, up on the high ground at the lab. Hellstone, always valuable. And gonna get level 3 DK here as well. Gonna kill the Mauler. No, not worth it with inner fire.
That was a fast rise to level 3. He is going for a Lich, I imagine. Yeah, there we go. So again, we have the battle of different second heroes. Greater healing, lots of healing. 1-0 again with the great sword. So ridiculous. Yeah.
The Warcraft gods want 1-0 in the top 8.
This is really tough now.
A player's forces
Tier 3 on the
are under
way.
attack.
It is certainly a slight lead here for 1-0 so far, but at the end of the day, it still all comes down to micro in Undead Mirror. That doesn't really change.
We have had level advantages a lot today. 3-2. You can't really allow the Lich to be under-leveled. Is Happy punishing this creep now? Rock Golem goes to the Chinese, and he's not smelling this. It's nighttime flute for 1-0. It's getting absolutely ridiculous.
What are these?
Happy? Come on! Have a little bit of mercy with this man.
Oh man, that's so unlucky.
And now he sees it. And now he sees, oh damn, I had a great chance of jacking this. And he got the best possible item from this.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
When it rains, it pours.
It really does today, doesn't it? Striker SC, thank you for the sub. So, tier 3 about to finish. We're gonna have a Lich third coming in for 1-0. That is one of the big difficulties with this Naga strat. You go Lich third, you can start leveling him very slowly only. And if you don't get Lich to level 3 quickly in the late game, that is a problem. Happy snipes the red camp item, does not get an aura.
At least,
it's okay.
At least it's not the unholy aura,
True.
which I would have expected.
Alright, 1-0, what do you get?
Warsong battle
Smelling a
drums.
cat gas pipe over here.
Yeah, Cax 5, yes, of course. Oh, this can't be.
The plus 4s, the worst ones, outside of the unholy.
Oh, it's pretty good as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's not the best.
Oh, dude, it's the second best, though. Oh, this is so unfair, honestly.
There's seriously kind of no way in an equal matchup to win this. Zombie mask? Okay, we're getting there. Item luck is accelerating a little for Happy.
3 out of 3 rings, though, man. Oh, 1-0 coming in for the creep jack. Happy, certainly not in a position to fight without a third hero. Oh, he really wants that creep for some reason. 1-0 is so fast. When he gets level 4 DK, he's gonna be Speedy McSpeedface.
A player's forces are under attack.
But the Lich is late. Coming out now for 1-0. 0 experience only. And as I said, you want him on level 3. Not easy to do. On Twisted, super easy to do, because there's always creeps on Twisted. There's plenty of creeps on LR as well, but not endless amounts.
It's kind of, map is empty, except the turtles. So, let's go. Who's gonna get the last hit? It's level 4, and it's 1-0. Level 2 Unholy Aura plus the Endurance. 3 movement speed boosts on the Chinese side. Happy has no Destroyer upgrade.
2 levels advantage. 4 and 3 versus 3 and 2. Not looking too good here for Happy to start things off. Coil misses again because perfectly the kill threshold is used with the Fork Lightning and Nova.
I feel like 120 is so good with the Fork Lightning. He puts him on the electric chair and it's like Texas on Happy's arm.
Awkward position here though for 120. Around this little tree line. Fiends pretty far forward, some of them. Happy again. Not yet with a Destroyer. I think he has the upgrade though.
Should be finished now, yes. Lich is not level 3. He needs a cup, like 1-2 kills for that level 2 Nova. But I guess it's not happening. Also the aura working against him. Here's the Nova now. Trying to force some coils, but there's so much mana. And the big mana.
Oh, for once the coil early enough to not end up with the kill, but more and more right clicks coming in and Fiends are dying.
Yeah.
2 Fiend kills now for 0 for 120. And Happy opts for the hero kill attempt, but that doesn't work out. Happy is just not getting any kills right here.
And missed another coil on the Fiend there. He's seriously not really adapting to the ping, it seems. Maybe also some spikes. Has the health stone to keep the DK ready. Now he does. But it's an overwhelming force as it seems. 9 supply ahead, isn't he? Okay, 6 at this point. Level 4. Again, the coil too late. Here's the silence to keep this DK alive for now. But it's just one Fiend after the next. He can't find any kills today.
Yeah, 2 Fiends only left. Don't know how that's supposed to work. Maybe with the Naga kill.
Okay.
120 not with the invul here. Didn't have one.
Now
The Lich in
we're
trouble
talking.
as well. Silence on the DK.
Can he take that trade? Novas again, TP out. Not enough damage on that DK. Is Happy back in this game with this kill? Questionable. Down to 38. Triple hero, 1 Fiend, 1 statue is all his army, but whoa, how he knows that there's an expo. Okay, he didn't know he was about to turn away. Just wanted to creep. But that might be... like, that is a very important guess right here.
Yeah, that happened in their best of 5, I believe, at WGL, where 120 here expanded on the high ground. Perhaps that's still in Happy's memory. Hero kill, TP force, but that fight still goes to 120. Yeah. Level 4 Naga now. And the Lich, how close is he to level 3? Somewhat close. If 120 solo creeps the Lich at the bottom right turtle camp, well, yeah, turtle camp. That should be enough for the level up.
Dark Ranger reaches level 2. Crystal Ball here. No. Oh, there's a Banshee transition by Happy. Does he have the time? There's no expansion, so he's under not much pressure to push soon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bottom right still, though, has quite a bit of experience. The turtle camp, of course, and also the remainders of the red.
Yeah.
Happy has like nothing on his side. Only the Ogre Mauler on the high ground.
120 stole the invul from the shop. That's 2 invuls for 120. Happy, I guess. Zilch. Yep, has only the big heal potion. Can the Banshees carry this?
It's
gonna be a tough task. 2-1 upgrades, by the way, for 120. Happy with 2-0. Big mana. Still on the DK. Health Stone as well. Double invuls. Finds. Claws plus 9. Also pretty good.
Yeah, Happy's kind of trapped in his base. He must know that 120 is expanding because he tried that before. Main's 4,400 gold in. He can't really wait for that to mine out. But he has also no resources to expand himself. It's investing a lot and push now as 120 is spending his gold on the second base.
Level 3 HF 120. He's once again really strong. 4-4-3 heroes. This is where the strategy hits a severe late game spike. How good is the anti-magic gonna be?
Yeah.
On paper, it sounds like the hard counter.
It's 2 Banshees now, third one queued. Next Ziggurat is finishing for more supply.
Did Happy sell his TP? Did he use it?
I guess he knows it's all in time.
I don't think he's actually seen the expansion yet, though. But he may very well expect it.
Yeah, since he was expanding in the upper left. I guess he knows it's happening. Question is just where it's happening. He had a crystal
How
ball,
many-
right?
No.
He did. He found one at the upper left, so he sold it. Maybe he scanned for
okay.
it.
Question was, how many banishes was Happy gonna wait for? Only 3! And with that, it's go time.
Okay.
The Emperor under pressure, against the ropes. Even in supply, though. Arguably with a stronger army, but with the weaker heroes.
We have no tower to back this up. 3 destroyers in the air. How impactful are they? That's 15 supply with not much damage.
Spreading out as best he can. Dark Ranger taking tons of damage already. Has to eat the coil and will do so. Destroyers dropping fairly quickly, but so do the Fiends. Tons of upgrades here, tons of damage, and of course the Aura as well. 1-0, finding more and more kills. Happy dropping quickly in supply. Nova Fog Lightning eats through that anti-magic pretty quickly. 1-0 in a good position. The concave for him is looking nice. Loses the last destroyer almost, but the coil comes in barely in time. Happy finds the coil there himself. The destroyer left with 5 HP, but does get taken out. This time no coil to heal him up. DK in trouble, getting focused heavily. So much slow from the Naga. Banshee's applying the curse, but there's a destroyer still in the air. Who's gonna win this fight? Whoever will is probably gonna win this game.
Happy at 48, dropped so low. Dark Ranger in trouble, close to level 3, but Happy's losing more and more Fiends. He started to coil way earlier than in the fights before, but where is his damage now? 1-0's destroyer still up, can constantly dispel the curse. Nova doesn't do too much. Lich is saved by Happy, but for how much longer? That's the last bit of mana. Yes, the Sobi Mask is helping, but there's no coil available. One more nuke and the Lich is dead. Okay, potion used. That buys him some time, but Happy knows it's over. 1-0 4-0s him today, kicks him out of the New Year's Cup.
And with that, puts an exclamation mark even after his initial revenge. Finally, 1-0. Puts in a request for being called the best unit in the world again. That was looking really, really strong. Last map, to be fair, was very unfair with items, but that happens sometimes. But that does not take away from 1-0's accomplishment. He played this really, really, really well. Lost to Chimiko, but comes back in the lower bracket. Makes it through as our 8th player. And Happy, for once, doesn't make it into the top 8.
Yeah, very rare to see that. It happened, I think, once before, where we were all very, very surprised that this can happen to him. But yeah, as we said, ping is a little higher than usual. We saw the missed coils, which usually don't happen to Happy. But he didn't really adapt too well until the very end to the conditions, I feel. I don't want to judge this too hard, because ping and spikes are always a little bit different. But yeah, Happy out. 1-0 makes it. 3 Chinese, 5 Koreans. And this is our bracket for now. They are drawing the round of 8 live on stream now. So I guess we can still watch this. Here it is. Group A, Lawliot and Soin eliminating Fortitude, aka Romantic, and TH, so 2 human out here. Focus and Moon, superior to WFZ and Sock, so a 3rd human out. Another human eliminated in Group C, that was Yumiko, which was to be expected. Fly and Infi making it out in reverse order, I would say. And in Group D today, Chimiko, the surprise in the winner bracket. Remind, didn't really stand a chance against all 3 opponents. So we have Lawliot, Soin, Focus, Moon, Fly, Infi, Chimiko, 1-0. That is some guaranteed fun with quite some underdogs in the round of 8.